We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see for yourself.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
A good afternoon, and now working into our evening to you, everybody, on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy and presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Welcome back to Iowa Central Field here on beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, the campus of Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, as we get set for our final Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. And it is going to be the Central Springs Panthers taking on the Alta-Aurelia Warriors. Good evening, everybody. My name is Aaron Eggestall, right behind home plate with you, and joined behind home plate by Joe Danielson this evening. Joe, how are you doing?
Well, pretty good, and we've had a lot of good fortune today with the weather. As we mentioned earlier, a little cold, but it's really just stayed that beautiful 72, and the wind has, it's been a factor today, but not as bad as we thought it could be. Overall, we're set up here for another great game in this evening hour.
Oh, it's been incredible softball so far. The weather, we could not ask for anything better, and it has been an incredible day of softball so far. Me and you, we've already had one game. We had a Class 1A quarterfinal on this field earlier in the day. It was Clarksville defeating Bishop Garrigan 5-0. And now the last game, I was just doing color with Trent Condon in the last game on this field. What a game. We had extra innings for the first time. We had let's see if I can remember. It was a 2-7-5-2 double play. And we also had a 6 double play. Oh, man, it was crazy. The team that had the more errors, Beckman had 4 errors in the ball game. They almost won the ball game, and no errors for Mount Ayr going in as we were all tied up. It was just crazy. We saw a little bit of each and every single thing, and we're hoping for more of that here with Central Springs and with Alta-Aurelia. Hey, let's take a look at the brackets so far. In Class 1A, Collins-Maxwell, the number 1 team, they are now 26-2, and they move on to the semifinals. It's Geelan Catholic who will move on to the consolations. Newell Fonda is now 38-5. They move on to the semifinals to take on Collins-Maxwell, and Linville Selly goes on to the consolations. Number 2, Lisbon will take on number 3, Clarksville in the semifinals, where number 7, Wayne, will take on number 6, Bishop Garrigan in the consolation. So our 1A matchup is set. Excuse me, in Class 2A, we've set the top half. It will be number 1, North Lynn, taking on number 4, Mount Ayr. The number 8 teams, the number 5 teams will play in the consolation. And East Marshall, the number 2 seed, 31-4, is taking on Ogden right now on the Kruger Seeds field. They are 25-7 on the year. And, Joe, this will be the final Class 2A quarterfinals. Central Springs and Alta-Aurelia, 2 similar teams. Central Springs, the 3 seed, Alta-Aurelia, the 6 seed. And we will see what kind of a game we get in this one.
I've been kind of running down on the the scorebook, the booklet here for their season. You look at Central Springs, so with led by Hannah Alsenhaus, the senior, who pitches and has also knocked out 14 home runs for them this year. Joining her with the power hitting is Abigail Angel, the sophomore, with 11 home runs. So we have 2 players with over in the double-digit home runs here for the Panthers. Looking at that, either one of them has a chance to knock one out whenever they get to the plate. For the Warriors, we look down here. They're led by Abby Kramer, the senior pitcher, with 170 innings pitched. She'll be going up against those 2, the power hitters on the opposite team. Her 1.81 ERA has led to 303 strikeouts and only 84 bases awarded on balls for her this season.
Yeah, Hannah Austin, you talked about her. She was the player of the year in the top of Iowa Conference this year. So we know she's a very good player. She can do it in the circle and at the plate. Let's head upstairs for tonight's lineups.
Alta-Aurelia Warriors and the Central Springs Panthers. Winner of this game will play Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Kruger Seeds Field. The loser of this game plays Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Veterans Diamond. And now let's meet the non-starters. First for the visitors on the scoreboard from Alta-Aurelia. Number 1, Jocelyn Wanderville. Number 7, Brielle Engelman. Number 9, Rachel Weinhold. Number 15, Emma Peterson. Number 24, Jenna Nielsen. And number 38, Sarah Cargill. The assistant coaches for Alta-Aurelia, Casey Christensen, John Turnquist, Lisa Heck, and Katie Morris. And now your starters for the Warriors. Leading off, number 22, third baseman, Jessica Flirty. Batting second, number 11, center fielder, Brittany Turnquist. Batting third, number 23, pitcher, Abby Kramer. Batting fourth, number 33, designated player, Angela Lopez. Batting fifth, number 12, right fielder, Jessica Larsen. Batting sixth, number 3, shortstop, Shea Peterson. Batting 7th, number 4, second baseman, Mallory Jacobson. Batting 8th, number 13, left fielder, Sierra Hill. Batting 9th, number 18, first baseman, Elena Westfall. And in the flex position, number 26, catcher, Allie Magnuson. The head coach of the Warriors, David Turquist. And now for the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard from Central Springs. Number 3, Ellie Coleman. Number 4, Georgie Roselle. Number 5, Carly Ryan. Number 6, Violet Daner. Number 9, Julie Kelly. Number 10, Sydney Wurzel. Number 16, Cooper Clausen. Number 17, Kirsten Garnett. And number 27, Kaya Knudsen. The assistant coaches for Central Springs, Brian Fesler and Steve Matson. And now here are your starters for the Panthers. Leading off. Number 8, center fielder Sheila Fesler. Batting second, number 7, first baseman Lindsay Hammond. Batting third, number 24, pitcher Anna Offenhoof. Batting fourth, number 18, right fielder Aurora Stapleton. Batting fifth, number 15, third baseman Abby Page. Batting sixth, number 26, designated player Abigail Angel. Batting seventh, number 12, catcher Madison Kelly. Batting eighth, number 13, second baseman Kylie Hanna. Batting ninth, number 82, left fielder Emma Dietrich. And in the flex position, number 25, shortstop Jessa Finkelson. The head coach of the Central Springs Panthers, Belinda Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, our umpires for today's contest. At first base, Al Bergson. At third base, Jody Wellenga. And calling balls and strikes, Chris Rupp.
We'll find out in a couple of minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for state tournament?
Starting lineups are brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. You can schedule your visit today by going to bvu.edu. That's bvu.edu. All right, Joey, our starting lineups are in. Both teams are getting set. We are ready for state tournament quarterfinal softball here in Class 2A. Are you excited?
I'm ready to go here, and we won't be turning the lights on just yet, not till probably that last game later on at 7:30 this evening. But we are all set up for another exciting game. We had that very quick game earlier on, followed by the 2 extra innings previously here. So it's safe to say we don't really know what's in store for this one.
Exactly, and Hannah Offenhoof, we mentioned, will be the starting pitcher today for the Panthers from Central Springs. Offenhoof, a senior, making her 35th appearance. She's thrown 188 innings this year, only 39 earned runs, a 145 ERA. She's got 237 strikeouts, 128 hits, 49 walks, 9 hit by pitches. She's 27-7 on the year, is the senior. We mentioned she's the conference player out of the top of Iowa. Belinda Nelson, the head coach for the Panthers, the head coach, or the coach of the year out of the top of Iowa. So a couple of awards there for the Central Springs Panthers. And Alta-Aurelia are going to try to play upset and be the first upset team to win so far this week. We're ready for softball as we will have our first pitch of the ball game. And you look at Austin, she's got size, so she can really hurl that one in there.
And,
Jessica Flirty, the senior, making her 94th plate appearance so far this year. And chops this one to the shortstop area. It's fielded, ooh, and a misplay at shortstop. Flirty's going to try to get to second. She will. So that will be an early error for Central Springs. That one goes on the shortstop. And first error of the ball game, first base runner to reach.
We've seen a little bit of that a couple times here with that first play being an error, maybe a little bit of getting the jitters out early on.
Kessa Fingelson making that play. Now that one bunted down the third base side. And a Brittany Turnquist, the number 2 batter in the order for the Alta-Aurelia Warriors. Colorful uniforms here for Alta-Aurelia, as you can see on your screen, going with the blue on blue with the red and white. And the colorful helmets as well, as Turnquist has to readjust the helmet strap there, but she's ready to go, and so is Ossenhuis. Oof. And a rundown situation there. Flaherty nearly gets caught up, a mistake, but is able to get back to the bag.
Yeah, boy, she realized she was about halfway to third, right out there in the middle of the base path.
Ossenhuis will get the sign that she wants. Here's the pitch. And bunted. This one's going to be bunted foul. And a couple of bunt opportunities, or a couple of bunt attempts here for Turnquist, and not able to get any of them down. And now with a 1-2 count, I would assume she's not going to be bunting here.
We're swinging away.
Runner over at second base. A base hit will bring in the first run for Alta-Aurelia. And instead, it's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Strikeout 238 for Ossenhuis so far this year. Abby Kramer will now come in to bat here for the Warriors. And that one is taken high for a ball. Central Springs, the home team. They got the home whites on, Joe, with the black pants, as you can see on your screen. And that one, a ball popping out of the glove. And good heads-up base running there. She's going to take third base, and the ball doesn't go very far, but good heads-up seeing it popped out of the glove and taking me a base.
Yep, no problem taking it either. Really didn't even have to accelerate to a full run.
And that one will miss low for a ball. Quickly 3-0 the count with a runner over on third base. And this is what Alta-Aurelia wanted, a team that is back at the state tournament. And there's ball 4. So first and third now. One out. And this will bring up your cleanup hitter, the designated player, Angela Lopez. And a courtesy runner over at first base will be number 24, Jenna Nielsen. Where's number 24? She'll courtesy run over at first base. And can you ask for a better situation with your cleanup hitter up and runners at first and third?
I don't think so. And I think we're gonna be sending our runner on first no matter what here, with the one out.
And that one will be taken for a ball, and they're going to throw over to third. Did they get her? Yes, they did. A base running mistake for Alta-Aurelia, and that is going to be the the second out, and a very crucial one over at third base.
Yep, a crucial one there too, with the runner stealing second, and the Warriors obviously come out aggressive on the base paths. Ossenhuis makes them pay.
And the line drive will end the inning as the play is made at shortstop, and Fingelson makes it. So a base running error for Alta-Aurelia, a promising start, ends up empty-handed as we head to the bottom half of the first. Here on
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am kind.
Kind.
I am kind.
I am strong.
Strong.
Strong. I am important.
I am important.
I am important.
I am the Iowa girl.
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 I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
Back to beautiful Fort Dodge, Iowa, and Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Championships on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy and presented by the Iowa Farm Bureaus. Zarin Eggestal alongside Joe Danielson behind home plate, and now Central Springs with some momentum after getting some crucial outs there to strand some Alta-Aurelia runners. And the offense for Belinda Nelson. And the Central Springs Panthers will come up now. It will be Kayla Fesler who will lead things off. The number 8, wears number 8. Also plays the number 8 position, center fielder, making her first appearance.
She's a freshman also, too, with about 96 at-bats on the year, so was learned on the fly.
Absolutely. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one will miss high for a ball, and now 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Well, Abby Kramer, a senior, the opposition to Austin Hoos, making her 29th appearance, 170 innings. A legal pitch is coming, and that will be a ball on the illegal pitch. So that one was signaled for well early behind the plate. We could see the sign with the arm extended as an illegal pitch. So no matter what, it's probably going to be a ball. Now, if that one would have been swung on and hit for Fesler and she would have had a base hit, then it would have been up to Belinda Nelson, the head coach for Central Springs, to decide whether she wanted a ball or she wanted a base hit. The new rule this year. So 3 balls and 1 strike the count as Fesler will step back into the left-handed batter's box. We'll talk about Kramer some more as we go on. And that one will be in there for a called strike, so she comes back. 44 earned runs this year, a 181 ERA. She's got 303 strikeouts and allowed 105 hits, 84 walks, and 11 base on being hit by a pitch. This one swung on, shortstop area. It's cleaned up and fired over to first in time. Nice little play there by number 3, Shea Peterson. And she's able to make the play. And Joe, a few more free bases being issued by Kramer here in this season. 95 free bases. So for Central Springs, that might be one thing they're trying to look for is, can we get a free base here? Can we get a free base there?
And that adds on, too, with the base running. After getting the free base, both these teams we've seen have also been looking to steal as soon as they get on.
Lizzie Hammond will step in now. She takes the first pitch in there for a strike. The first baseman for the Central Springs Panthers. And she'll swing on this one, and she'll knock it back to the backstop again. That fence playing savior.
It got me
for
a little
us.
bit. I definitely flinched a bit there.
Yeah, you still, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. You still flinch a little bit. As Kramer will find the sign and gets it from the dugout. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and she gets her first strikeout of the ball game. Now that's a confidence boost for a pitcher. When you get your first one, you're ready for some more.
Yep, as you look at that, 2 outs, no hits, first inning. So you can basically work with your whole arsenal also. It's easy, too, when you face the 3rd and 4th hitter of the lineup with the clear bases and a clear count.
Alta-Aurelia reached this state tournament by beating MVA OCOU in the first round, and then beat Woodbury Central in the regional semifinal round, and defeated West Sioux in the regional finals 5-3. Their first game they won 12-1, 10-3, and then 5-3. So as it's supposed to, it got harder throughout the regional tournament. And another illegal pitch coming. And that one will be taken for a ball. So the second illegal pitch called in this inning for Kramer, and our umpires will talk to her about it and tell her what she is doing to create these illegal pitches. Alta-Aurelia is making its second straight trip to the state tournament, and its second in school history. The Warriors returned 8 starters from last year's team that fell in the first round to Iowa City Regina. So that's one thing that, for Alta-Aurelia, they want to win this first game. Last year, making their first trip to state, maybe some nerves. They weren't able to get past the first round. Now they want to.
Yep, definitely looking to build on the momentum as from one year to the next.
And the pitch will go high for a ball now. 3 balls and no strikes. And a chance with 2 outs to put on the number 3 hitter in the order, Austin-Hoos herself. And she will be on. So Hannah Austin-Hoos is on, and this will bring up Aurora Stapleton. She's the right fielder. She wears number 18, and we're going to have a courtesy runner, I would assume, for the pitcher. And we will. We'll try to catch a number here. Number 5 will be our courtesy runner. That's Carly Ryan. Will be over at first base. So Carly Ryan has run a couple of times so far this year. Actually has started a few games, an 8th grader. She's got 13 runs scored, and she does have 2 stolen bases, so look for her to possibly run. But there's 2 outs, so that's one thing they got to be worried about. Swing, and it'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So probably not with 2 outs, just in case, but maybe, because that would take away the easy force play at second base if you're going to ground ball. I don't know. It's a coaching decision. It's one of those crucial decisions made by coaches here in the state tournament.
Yep, and
this one in the air, popped up. It's playable, and it will be caught. A nice play for Alta-Aurelia to end the bottom half of the first, as that was Elena Westpaul. We'll head to the second. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Back to Fort Dodge, beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, and a big swing here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. Sarah Negestal along with Joe Danielson here for Central Springs in Alta-Aurelia in Class 2A quarterfinals. And it's Jessica Larsen, the right fielder, batter number 5 in the order, batting here for the Warriors.
The sophomore with 27 runs on the season, 28 hits.
Austin-Hoos finds the pitch. She'll swing it around. Ooh, that one might have got her in the face. That's why they wear those face masks. They got her in the head, I think for sure. It will be a hit by pitch. And she'll be down to first base after that one got her just off the head.
Well, the equipment did its job there. Let's see.
So Shea Peterson, the shortstop, will step up now. Alta-Aurelia had runners on in the first, but lost them after some nice plays and some, not so nice plays for Alta-Aurelia, but some nice plays for Central Springs. Picked off a runner over at third base, and after that it was all Austin-Hoos. 0-1 the count.
It was a nice inside pitch, too, from her to get her up, move the batter off the plate a little bit. She's crowding in.
The 0-1 pitch will be taken for a ball. Now 1-1 the count here. Thanks for joining us on the IGHSAU Digital Network. Leaders start at Central College, and scholar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received all academic conference recognition. Learn how to be more than just a spectator by visiting central.edu. A ground ball up the middle, and then more trouble for Central Springs. That goes from trouble to trouble to trouble, and the air is going to eventually come in and be charged to the Central Springs third baseman, Pate, as she throws that one away. And now Alta-Aurelia has runners on first and third, and time is going to be called.
They find themselves in the same scenario as just an inning ago, and the Panthers were able to pull something out and get out of that inning. Let's see what they'll come up with here in this huddle.
Yeah, an error in the first inning as well for Central Springs, and put runners on, and now an error has put runners on here in the second inning. So can Central Springs work out of it? From now, with 2 outs and runners at first and third, your best case scenario is a strikeout, because even a hard ground ball at the middle, you might get a double play, but that run's going to score. So for Central Springs, that the timeout, bringing everybody into the circle is kind of just, okay, let's take a breather, let's compose ourselves, and let's play softball, just like we have all year long. They're the conference champions, so they have done something right throughout the year. They won the top of Iowa Conference. And that'll be a strike. The runner is going to go, and obviously not going to throw that one down because, well, the runner's going to come home, or you're going to throw it out into the left field or center field, and the run's going to score, and there's a runner on third base. So now 2 in scoring position and nobody out. And again, the strikeout best case scenario here for Austin Hoos and the Central Springs Panthers. This one grounded to the third base side. It's going to go home, or the first for 1. They try to go home. They get the double play, and it will not be in time. That is going to be the first run coming into the ball game for Alta-Aurelia, and that will be an RBI for the Warriors.
Yeah, she did a good job of looking back the runner on third. However, didn't look her back, didn't have enough time to keep her there and not get the out.
For the Warriors now, this will bring up number 13, Sierra Hill, the left fielder. And she's got a big spot now with a runner at third base and only 1 out. This one swung on back up the middle. It's off of Austin Hoos' glove, and the play will be made at shortstop, but another run will come home and score for Alta-Aurelia, as sliding in safely is Shea Peterson, the shortstop. But a nice play at shortstop for Fingelson from Central Springs. Now 2 outs, and 2 runners have scored here for Alta-Aurelia, and the number 6 seed has the lead on the number 3 seed. Alta-Aurelia trying to add on to it. That one's in there for a strike, as this will bring up the number 9 hitter in the order for the first time tonight, Elena Westpalm, and she's going to try to restart things, the first baseman. Made a nice play to end the top half of this inning. This one's chopped to the side, the bottom half of the first inning. Westpalm made a nice play. That one chopped just foul, now 0-2 the count. 2 outs here in the second inning. That one lined up the middle, but a nice grab at shortstop for Central Springs, number 25. The shortstop, Kessa Fingelson, makes the play. Beautiful play from her, and we head to the bottom half of the second. They do score 2 runs, though, and Warriors lead 2-0 after 1.5. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, high school sports fans. Are you following the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union online? Stay up to date with the latest information and scores from across the state as we share highlights and achievements from our student athletes. You can follow all the action on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Just search at IGHSAU.
Welcome back to Iowa Central
Mid-American
Community
Energy
College
and you,
Field.
together.
On the campus of Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. It's the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy and presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. My name is Aaron Eggestal, and I'm joined by Joe Danielson as Pate will take a big cut. That's the first pitch, and 0-1 the count. Pate, the third baseman for the Panthers, will step in for her first at-bat. And there's a big cut again, 0-2. So she comes out swinging right away. She's trying to get that base knock and a couple of hard swings for her.
Yep. Trying to get it all back with one swing a little bit here. That right now they just need to put something in play for the Panthers, get a runner on.
Here's the set. And the pitch from Kramer and a swing and a miss, strike three. And so Kramer's got herself a strikeout to start off the inning number 2, as this will bring up number 6, Abigail Angel. Angel is a designated player, right-handed batter. Here's the set and the pitch. And that one will make it into the seats. That'll be a foul ball.
We can always hear, once it hits the pavement back there, we can kind of hear and judge how far back it is due to the noise and that softball pounding into the pavement.
Yes. And hopefully for everybody over to the side, somebody was able to yell and get them out of the way because there's a lot of people around here. And so heads up is a common phrase used around here at the Iowa High School Girls State Softball Championships. And what a beautiful day for softball it's been. And what a beautiful tournament that the IGHSAU puts on here for these girls. 1-1 the count. That's the pitch that Kramer wants. She nods yes. Here's the pitch. And that one will miss high for a ball, and 2 balls and 1 strike. So Alta-Aurelia comes in as the number 6 seed, and they jump on early and have the lead 2-0. And Kramer has had herself a pretty good year so far, and she's going to try to continue that and try to shut Central Springs down, but the Panthers want to try to put a rally on themselves. This one's popped up to the side, and the catch will be made at first base by Westpaul, the sophomore, for out number 2.
It's the second time she's corralled one of those high foul balls right on the edge there. So far in the second inning, that's just added outs on a ball that's usually going to go foul or out of play. If they can make a play on it and get one more on the board for the out, get a little relief for your pitcher.
That one is in there for a called strike. Now both of these teams, we mentioned Alta-Aurelia making their second straight trip. Well, this is the 6th trip in the last 5. Or excuse me, 6th trip in the last 7 for the Central Springs Panthers. And they're making their 5th straight trip to the Iowa Girls High School State Tournament. So both teams were here a year ago. Both teams have some experience of playing in this environment. Now it's just time to play softball. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that one will be in there for a called strike. Madison Kelly, a freshman, making her 96th at-bat this year. And she's got 35 hits, so a very big spot for her, a girl that can hit the ball very well. And that one will miss high for a ball. Now 2-2 the count.
And she's been patient also for the Panthers, looking to get on base, get a hit.
Back behind the plate is the catcher, Allie Magnuson, a freshman. Now Alta-Aurelia, they made it here last year as well, but they got a lot of freshmen on this roster, a couple 8th graders, another roster where there's only 2 seniors, and Kramer is one of them, the pitcher in the circle. 3-2 full count. Here's the pitch. And that one will miss for ball 4, and the Panthers have a base runner. This will bring up now, well, Coach Nelson will call time first, and we'll have a courtesy runner. And we will see who that courtesy runner will be. It'll be number 4. That's Georgie Roselle.
And the Panthers don't have the numbers on the fronts of their jerseys, so we have to kind of struggle till they run across the whole field to get in our view here.
Or in that case, the umpire yelling that one. So Georgie Roselle is the freshman courtesy runner. She scored 9 times this year. She has 2 stolen bases, but with 2 outs, we probably see her stay put. And the first pitch, I believe, missed low for a ball. Yes, it did. The batter, as we mentioned, is number 13, Kylie Hanft, a sophomore making her 74th plate appearance this year. And that one will be in there for a called strike. Big spot here for the sophomore. She has 17 hits this year and 8 RBIs. So has a chance if she can put one in the right field corner, she could pick up her 9th RBI and get Central Springs back to within 1. Here's Kramer's pitch. This one swung on, popped up, could be in play, and it is in play, but it's just getting down in foul territory. Unfortunately, the catch not able to be made, but a good effort there by 3 of the Alta-Aurelia Warriors going after that one.
Yep, the freshman catcher, Madison. A nice effort there, running into that. Just got stopped by the fence.
Unfortunately, that fence, well, fortunately for us, that fence is there, but unfortunate there for the Warriors. But still a 1-2 count and a chance for a strikeout. Kramer pops. Let's see, another one popped up and on a plate. Central Springs made it here via, well, they did not give up a single run on their way here to the state tournament. They beat Sibley Cheatham 11-0, beat North Union 10-0, and then beat East Sac County 6-0. So outscored their opponents 27-0 in the regional tournament. But coming here to the state tournament, they've already allowed 2 runs. Alta-Aurelia leads 2-0, and we have Deuces Wild on the board as 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning. Back into the box. On a beautiful sun starting to, wow! Called strike 3, and Kramer gets a strikeout, making a, well, she got over 300 of them. 304 strikeouts on the season for Kramer. We head to the 3rd. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see for yourself.
Back to Rogers Sports Complex. The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy Company as Sarah Negastal along with Joe Danielson behind home plate for this evening's Class 2A quarterfinal between the Alta-Aurelia Warriors and the Central Springs Panthers. And the Warriors, the road team, the 6th seed, are leading the Panthers at the moment. And it is an 0-2 hole here for the leadoff hitter in the order for Alta-Aurelia. But now she chops one back up the middle off the glove of Austin Hoos, and that's going to be an infield hit for number 22, Jessica Flirty, the leadoff hitter in the order, batting for the 2nd time tonight, the 3rd baseman for Alta-Aurelia.
Yeah, that first bounce just got a little too high for Austin Hoos to get her glove over it to corral it. She got her glove on top of it, but wasn't able to hold the ball in her glove. It led to the bobble.
And that one will miss low for a ball here to start things off to Brittany Turnquist, the center fielder who wears number 11, who steps in now with nobody out for Alta-Aurelia and a runner over at first base. Austin Hoos trying to corral herself to throw strikes and nearly A throw over to first base from the Central Springs catcher, Madison Kelly. Done a nice job behind the plate so far in this ball game. She thought about firing over to first base. Instead, she holds her water there. This one down the third base side, and it's going to be a foul ball. So 2-1 the count now. Nobody out for Alta-Aurelia as they try to extend their lead. And the Warriors making their second appearance. We mentioned they lost in the first round to Iowa City Regina last year. They don't want to bow out here in the first round. This one's popped up in the air. Could be trouble near center field. The catch is made, though, and a nice little play by Fesler, the center fielder for Central Springs.
They'll leave one on first for the Warriors, leading 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Kramer is going to come in and look to send that runner around home.
Kramer making her 77th at bat this year, 35 hits. She has 2 runs scored, 21 RBIs. She's got 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. So she's got some power to go along with her powerful swing of an arm, a swing of a bat. She's got the swing of everything going.
Yep, looking to double their lead here, take it to 4.
Absolutely. Even a base hit here could help out station to station. That's in there for a strike. A good throw down to second base. Oh, no, it sneaks out into center field, and it will be a stolen base. And I think the wind, curving that one a little bit. The ball looked like it was on line at first, and then it just darts out. The second baseman not there. The shortstop not in position. That ball scoots into center field, but a good job by Fesler coming in and making the play, keeping that runner at second base.
Yeah, and the Panthers got lucky there as the ball hit Flirty. You know, if that ball didn't connect with her, she probably would have been able to take third easily.
I think so. Austin Hoos comes set. She fires it in, and that will miss high for a ball. Austin Hoos has not trailed in a lot of ball games. Central Springs, they have a loss to Rockford, a loss to Clear Creek Amana, a loss to Ballard, BCLUW, and Clarksville are their only losses on the year. So you look at some of the teams they lost to this year. Well, Clarksville is a team that's in the Class 1A field. We saw them earlier today. So that's not a bad loss. BCLUW was a ranked team in Class 1A. They got upset by they got upset in the Class 1A regional. So that's another good loss. No loss is a good loss, but a loss to a very good team. And then Ballard, a bigger school. So, it's been it's been an up and down year here for Central Springs. A lot of their losses coming to ranked teams in either other classes or their own class.
Yep, and they've showed that they can play up to the competition and play with the 1A teams that are, as we know, they could easily play in a 2A or 3A schedule and often do. So, yeah, not a bad loss, but just, like you said, a loss to a very good team.
Austin Hoos will come set, runner over at second base. Here's the pitch, and that one will miss just for a ball. Now 3-2 the count. And you really don't want to put Kramer on because that's runners on first and second now with only one out, and a base hit would score another run and extend Alta-Aurelia's lead.
Yeah, the Panthers looking for a strikeout or a nice fielding play here, maybe to get 2 outs in 1.
Maybe a pop-up in the infield is what Central Springs wants, or a strikeout. That's best-case scenario. And for Alta-Aurelia, a base hit or a walk, they would take either one right in this situation. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Austin Hoos gets the strikeout, and a little smile from behind the plate for Austin Hoos as she was okay with that one. But more problems for Austin Hoos as the number 4 hitter in the order, the designated player, Angel Lopez, will step in now.
And that strikeout was big for the momentum here for the Panthers. Getting a little bit of that momentum back as the Warriors have been knocking on the door.
And that'll be a foul ball to start things off. So Angela Lopez, a freshman, having herself a nice freshman year. Trying to bring in a run here in the state tournament. Here's the set and the pitch. And that one will miss for a ball. Now 1-1. And a big spot here for your cleanup hitter, again. She came up in a big spot earlier, comes up in a big spot again here with a runner at second base and 2 outs. This one's popped up, and it will be a foul ball, so we'll sit now 1-2 the count. For Alta-Aurelia, their losses, and they've played some pretty big teams this year. They have a loss to New Fonda, who's now into the semifinals in Class 1A. A loss to East Sac County, who made it all the way to the regional finals, and then lost to this Central Springs team. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, chopped to the middle of the infield. It's scooped up and fielded and fired over to first in time for the play. A nice little put out there for the shortstop, Fingelson, for out number 3. No runs brought in for Alta-Aurelia. They still lead, though, 2-0. We head to the third. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network, brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Back to Fort Dodge, the Iowa Central Community College Diamond on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Zarin Egestal, joined by Joe Danielson. As Central Springs comes back up here in the bottom half of the third inning, looking to find themselves a couple of runs, or at least one run, get one back here.
To start chipping away at the lead as we're about halfway through this game.
Back into the box. Kramer finds the pitch that she wants. She'll spin it around, and that one will be in there for a strike. And how well has Kramer been pitching today? It's been incredible.
Yeah, she's done well too. Shook off the 2 illegal pitches. Also, haven't let those phase her. She come back with nice speed and good plate awareness. Also, working the corners.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kramer finds herself another strikeout, as this will bring up now Kayla Fesler, the freshman, making her 99th plate appearance so far this year. Kaylee Fesler. Oof, that one nearly getting Fesler. She dives out of the way, and that one hits the backstop. Yeah, you're putting up the hands. You were trying to go grab that one.
I am not playing catcher, fortunately enough, though.
And you didn't bring your glove either.
I am not equipped.
1-0 the count. This one's fouled off to the backstop once again. I also did not bring my glove.
That one was coming for
assuming
Ruben.
That the fence would do its job, so neither of us with our gloves. So if this fence doesn't do its job, we're in trouble. But I have good faith in the fence. 1-1 count. Kramer into the circle. And this one's lined into center field. That's going to be the hit. And this one getting back to the wall. And the first hit of the ball game for Central Springs. And it's going to be a runner on second base and 1 out for the Panthers. Nice little piece of hitting there. And we'll see. It's going to be ruled as a double. So I was going to see if they were going to rule that one. A double or a single and an error. Instead, it is going to be ruled a double. And with that double is brought to you by Kruger Seeds. All of our extra base hits are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in the need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service. So it is an extra base hit, our first extra base hit of this ball game. And getting ourselves a softball. Now Central Springs is in business here with a runner on second base. This one swung on in the air near left field, and the play will be made. A nice little play by Sierra Hill, the left fielder for Alta-Aurelia, for out number 2. So now that feels a little bit better for Alta-Aurelia. You have a runner on second base still, but 2 outs, so a pop fly anywhere, a ground ball anywhere, you're really hoping to get that out.
Yep, a nice base coverage there too from the Warriors. As the high pop-up you see, they didn't focus on the ball in the air and where it's coming down. They focused on being on that base, covering it just in case the runner was going to tag.
That's a swing and a tip into the glove for strike 1 for Austin-Hoos. Austin-Hoos, the pitcher for Central Springs, making her second appearance to the plate so far in this ball game. She reached on a walk her first time up. Kramer set, and the 0-1. That misses high for a ball. Again, we've talked about throughout the game, Austin-Hoos, a very experienced pitcher she is, she's probably able to pick up the ball coming out of the glove and out of the arm a little bit better of Kramer than maybe somebody else is.
Yep, she's thrown a lot of pitches and seen a lot of pitches.
Yes, she has in her career. She spent a lot of time here for Central Springs, and that one's in there for a called strike. She's been to state every single year of her high school career, her 5th straight appearance, and the 5th straight for Central Springs. So from her 8th grade year all the way to her senior year, she's been here at the state tournament, ending here at the state tournament. Not too many people can say that.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice career.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, but they are going to have to throw over to first as it was a drop third strike, and the throw is complete for strike 3. I don't think Austin-Hoos liked the second strike, but the third strike for sure was a swing and a miss and a drop third strike. That is the end of the third. We head to the 4th. It's still Alta-Aurelia 2 here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball, plus special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Central College is recruiting leaders. Come learn and play at a place that regularly wins national team championships, national individual titles, conference all-sport titles. You can visit central.edu to learn more how to become more than just a spectator. That's central.edu. Thanks to Central College, one of our great sponsors here on the Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Fort Dodge, Iowa is the stage. The number 6 seed Warriors, the number 3 seed Panthers are our cast here in this Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. We're in inning number 4, and it's a 2-0 lead for those 6-seeded Warriors as this one is driven into center field for a base hit to lead things off for Alta-Aurelia. They say, we don't have enough yet, let's get some more.
Yep, Jessica Larsen comes up to the plate, hits that one right into that little gap behind the second baseman and the outfielders. Finds their open hole, gets a runner on.
Nice little play there for the sophomore. That is her 29th hit this year. And she's over to first base, Alta-Aurelia with nobody out. And the batter's coming up. This one swung on. Ground ball up the middle. And the only play she has is flipping it over to first base to get the out. But the run moved. So she does her job as a batter. Is Shea Peterson, the 8th grading shortstop. Does her job. She moves the runner over to second base as this will bring up the first pitch taken for a ball. Mallory Jacobson, sophomore, making her 87th appearance to the plate. And that one's in there for a called strike. She's in a big spot here, is the sophomore, has a chance to maybe bring home another run with a runner over on second base.
A run or advance the runner to third?
Yeah. This one swung on in the air, and it will be tracked and caught. A nice little play out in left field for Central Springs. Emma Dietrich making that play. So 2 away now for the Warriors as the Panthers try to get out of the top half of the fourth. Austin Hughes back to the rubber. This will bring up number 13, Sierra Hill, the left fielder for Alta-Aurelia. And the first pitch is swung on for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs here. 3 hits on the day for the Warriors, 1 hit for the Panthers, and 2 Panthers errors has it a 2-0 lead for Alta-Aurelia. Now a ground ball left side, scooped up and fired over to first in time for out number 3. Fingelson makes the play, and 1 hit, no runs scored. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. It's 2-0 Alta-Aurelia on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to Harlan Rogers Sports. For this Class 2A quarterfinals between the Alta-Aurelia Warriors and the Central Springs Panthers. Thanks for joining us here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. As we head to the bottom half of the fourth, Central Springs, they found their first hit in the third inning. Now they're looking for their first run here in the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. Yep. And there's a swing and a miss to start things off. I think for Central Springs, they would like to see that first run come across right now. Aurora Stapleton will step in, the right-handed right fielder, making her second appearance in the box here tonight. This one swung on, driven deep to left field, and it goes foul. That one straight is probably not getting out of here, but it's probably banking off that back wall for a double to lead things off here for Central Springs. So I think, she's stepping out of the box here, looking over at her coach. I think her coach is saying, straighten that one out, straighten that one out. Let's try that one again. Yep. 0-2 the count. Now she doesn't want to strike out here because that would be the first out.
Just a bit early on that one.
That one missed low for a ball. Yeah, now she's got to protect the plate, though, so it goes from being a really good hit that was slammed down the third base side to instead being an 0-2 count. Now a 1-2 count as the ball comes in.
And Kramer has done a really good job operating with 2 strikes. She's really known what picked her pitch.
This is swung on and again fouled down the third base side. Ooh, little whoop-de-doop over the left field wall as that one makes it up and out of play. Kind of hit the little bit of a grass rut and bounced.
Yeah, divot, got it up about 6 feet there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty close. I bet that fence is 6 foot. So, yeah, right around there to get over top. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And for Kramer, that's big for Central Springs. What could have been?
Yeah, and Kramer came again with that off-speed pitch. That's the same one she got Hannah Ausenhaus with her opposing pitcher last inning. As I said, she really knows how to work with 2 strikes.
This will bring up Abby Pate now to bat here for Central Springs. And that pitch will go inside and it will be a ball. Pate bats in the 5 spot. So 4, 5, 6 all due up here for Central Springs in the bottom half of the 4th inning. They're looking to get going. They don't want to be the first upset of this tournament. This one swung on, popped up in the air, and a nice little wave and call for it over at shortstop for Shea Peterson, the 8th grader. She uses a little hand, marks it saying, I got that one. She makes the catch for out number 2. As this will bring up now Abigail Angel.
Something that's pretty cool also. You know, if you're good enough in 8th grade, you can play. You get to play for an extra year in high school.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. And we're going to try to check it. Well, this one swung on and driven deep to center field, but the catch is made. A good rip, but the catch made in center field by Turnquist for out number 3, and we head to the 5th. It's Alta-Aurelia 2, Central Springs 0 on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Welcome back to the Iowa Central Community College Diamond on the campus of Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. We head to the top half of the 5th inning, and it's Elena Westpalm who will lead things off for the Alta-Aurelia Warriors in the number 9 spot.
It's like a contact?
Yeah,
maybe?
I believe a contact. The wind's been blowing around, the dirt's been blowing around, so they're probably going to have to get some contact solution, I would assume.
I think she took out her second contact and then removed it.
Yeah, maybe she'll just play without contacts then. I don't know if Coach Belinda Nelson agrees with that move. But, yeah, she took out her second contact, and we will have a quick pause for somebody to get some contact solution.
We'll get a trainer out there, and we'll...
Well, that's one of those things that you almost have to carry in the trainer's bags now. Actually, I was talking with the trainer of the homeschool that I cover throughout the year, and she says that she carries contact solution in her bag now because it's such a common occurrence where in sports sometimes that contact falls out and you need some contact solution to get it back in. Now, me, myself, I'm not a contact wearer, so...
Me neither, but, I could guess based on the different infields that you play in throughout Iowa. Some of it's going to be finer sand, some of it's a little rockier. It depends on the composition, but that can fly up and get in there
and knock that contact loose. Exactly. No, I've always been a glasses guy myself. I tried contacts one time, and unfortunately, I was not able to wear them. Actually, it took me so when you go to get contacts, they make you put them in your eyes a couple of times with the doctor or whatever before you can actually leave. And it took me about 2.5 hours, and I was still there, had not got them in even once yet. And I think they were sick of it because they finally just told me I could go home and try it myself. So glasses have been the way I've gone for.
The doctor made the right call. He said you could we'll just give you glasses.
We'll just give you glasses. Yeah, exactly. Well, the contact's back into both eyes for the, Abby Pate, the third baseman for Central Springs, and we're ready to play softball once again. See, she's quick at it. See, for me, they would have to delay the tournament because I wouldn't have back in. But Pate, she strike one. And what surprised me even more, she's got sunglasses on with that. So she's got a lot of protection, so that contact must have just somehow get jarred loose and come out.
As long as she could see.
Yes, exactly. We want her to be able to see, especially at the hot corner over at third base. That one will miss outside for a ball as well. Now 2-1 the count here in the top half of the 5th inning. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. You're able to catch the IGHSAU State Softball Championships on this network as the bunt attempt will be offered at for strike 2. Now 2-2 the count. Throughout the entire quarterfinal and semifinal rounds, we're going to be here for the next 2 days bringing you coverage of the IGHSAU State Softball Championship. There's nothing better than being here for 5 days. This one swung on and flung out of play. By the time we get to championships on Friday, we're going to be ready for May to come back around again for more high school softball, but we'll have to wait a few months for that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Austin Hoos finds herself another strikeout as that will send the number 9 hitter, West Palm, back to the dugout. And Jessica Flirty, the number 1 hitter in the order, will step back in for Alta-Aurelia. These kids will be going back to, well, some of them, well, this one swung on. We'll have to continue that conversation. A base hit into center field for Flirty. Ooh, she slips around first base, and she's able to crawl her way back to first with 1 out. These girls will be heading to school now in just a few weeks after the state tournament. Some of them getting ready for the volleyball season, and some of them we may see come the end of the fall season down in Cedar Rapids. This one swung on, popped up in the air, and it will be called for, and the catch will be made over at first base.
Yeah, we heard the call. Didn't see anybody really going for it. Kind of thought, what's going on here in a minute? Who called that one?
But Hammond is able to get over there and make the play for out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2 here in this 5th inning. Still a runner over at first base, so a couple of base hits here could be troublesome. This one swung on and chopped back to the backstop, and chopped back to the backstop. The runner was moving. It looked like a hit and run situation there for Alta-Aurelia. Austin Hoos finds the sign that she wants. Here she comes back with a pitch. Swing and a miss. Now the runner's caught. And again, having some trouble on the base pass is Flirty. She slipped after her base hit going around first base. And now she slipped again going back to the bag. And so she will have to dive back in safely.
Might have to get the cleats looked at a little bit.
Here she goes, this time trying to take a base, and that one is going to get away, and now she's going to reach over to third base, so she'll get a stolen base, and then she will reach over to third as well. A little bit of a errant play by the shortstop for Central Springs. Oh, do they call her? They call her out there. Well, that's going to be the end of the the middle of the 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Right after this, you're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you, and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
and we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
Welcome back to Iowa Central Community College Diamond. Here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex as we get ready for the bottom half of the 5th inning here in state tournament Class 2A quarterfinals. We've been through Class 1A. We're going to finish up Class 2A here with these 2 ball games, and then Class 3A will finish off the night here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. And after the strikeout, Central Springs, the strikeout from Austin Hoos, Central Springs comes back up, looking to find some momentum here in the bottom half of the 5th inning batting-wise. They've been struggling from the plate so far, only 1 hit for a team that usually swings the stick pretty well. And this one is fouled up and out of play. Just for perspective, from Central Springs to get here, they outscored their opponents 27-0 in the regional championships. That's 3 games. So in the regionals, they scored 27 runs. They didn't allow a single one, but now the Bats have been quiet here in this state quarterfinals, and a swing and a miss going down for Central Springs.
Yeah, and even if you look back to July 1st, they had a 25-run game just not even a month ago. So this is a team that is not used to starting slow and is not used to getting going slow either.
Kramer comes set, the pitch, and that one will miss outside. This is the number 8 hitter in the order, Kylie Hempt for Central Springs. She plays second base. Trying to take a look to see if they've finished up on the other diamond yet. They have. East Marshall, the winner. So again, we have had no upsets. Can Alta-Aurelia be the first? As that one misses low for a ball. So an updated bracket here in Class 2A. The semifinals on Wednesday. It will be North Lynn versus Mount Ayr, and then the number 2 seed East Marshall will await the winner of this ball game between the 3 seed Central Springs and the 6 seed Alta-Aurelia. As that one will miss high for a ball. The number 2 seed East Marshall, they win 4-0. So they move on to advance. As we mentioned, no upsets yet in this tournament. All the seeds have stayed true. Can Alta-Aurelia be the first? That one is in there for a called strike. The Warriors are saying, yes, we can. The Panthers are saying, no, we've still got 2 more outs in this inning, plus the 6th and the 7th. We got plenty of time to score 2 runs.
That's right. It only takes one little rally for 2 runs.
That one is in there for a called strike.
Although Abby Kramer has a lot to say about that. Her on the mound. Just going to let her pitching dictate that.
So called strike 3-2 is our count as we get set. Kramer comes set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one's popped up in the outfield, shallow right field, and the catch is made by Jessica Larsen, the right fielder for the Alta-Aurelia Warriors, and this will bring up Emmy Dietrich, number 82, a number you don't see very often here in softball or even in baseball.
Just thinking that's about 60 numbers higher than 27.
Yeah.
The next highest.
This one swung on and fouled back. Yeah, the only sport we really see 80s in is football.
Football, yeah, your lineman. Every once in a while, somebody.
All right, other than that, you don't usually see the 80s being used in really any sport. What? Any numbers, free game. She must, maybe it's significant from her. Here's the 0-2 pitch, or excuse me, the 0-1 pitch. I meant it's high for a ball.
Significant, or you got to think why the athletic department has that jersey around.
Right. Well, that's maybe it. Maybe it was significant to somebody else a few years ago. They have the jersey, and she's just like, yeah, I want this one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can get a backstory from the Central Springs Panthers here.
Yeah. That one misses outside for a ball. Now 2-1 the count, and she's going to try to get it started here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Central Springs Panthers, as we mentioned, are out of the top of Iowa Conference. It is the Twin Lakes Conference for Alta-Aurelia. That one's in there for a called strike, now 2-2. Navy, red, and white are the colors for in blue for Alta-Aurelia. Central Springs are royal blue and black. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kramer has been dealing in this ball game. She gets another strikeout. We head to the 6th. It's Alta-Aurelia 2, Central Springs 0 on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know.
We might not.
IGHSAU Digital Network powered by MidAmerican Energy. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop. As we sit with an 0-2 count here in the 6th inning. Central Springs trails 2-0. And Alta-Aurelia trying to add on to their lead here in the 6th. Austin Hoos, the senior pitcher, has been dealing for the Panthers. That one is going to miss high and outside, and a good stop behind the plate for the Panthers. Now the catcher, Kelly. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Here comes Austin. We mentioned how many strikeouts she has this year, over 270, and she gets another one there.
Answering Kramer, her pitching counterpart there. Kramer's put away, I think, the last batter to end 3 innings, I believe, so far.
Right. Austin the pitch. This one swung on and ripped into center field. That's going to be a base hit to start things off with an out here for Alta-Aurelia. As this will bring up now the number 3 hitter, Peterson.
And the Warriors have the field, nothing off to the right or the left.
Here's the pitch. This one swung on, chopped past the third baseman into left field. That'll be back-to-back hits for the Warriors, and they've got something brewing with 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. This will bring up now the second baseman for Alta-Aurelia, the number 7 hitter in the order, Mallory Jacobson, as she steps in. Here's the windup in the pitch. That one misses high for a ball. 1-0. And now time will be called, and Central Springs will bring in the entire infield to talk about this one. And this is a crucial situation. You're trailing 2-0. You have 2 runners on and 1 out, a base hit. I mean, you want to keep as least amount of runs coming home as possible, so they're going to talk about this one, a very crucial situation.
Yep, and this is they gathered up in that first inning, just like this, and came out and made the nice fielding play, and were able to respond. And they need it here again in the top of the 6th. Let's see what the coach is going to tell them, what they can come out with.
Absolutely. So they will break that one up. Everybody will run back to their position, and just the infield coming in to meet here. The outfield staying put. Austin Hoos now with the game plan in her mind. She'll get the pitch that she wants and come set. And that one misses for a ball. So Alta-Aurelia 2 on, 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. They lead 2-0, the number 6 seed over the number 3 seed Central Springs. That one swung on, chopped over to the second baseman, could be 2, and it is just 1. As an attempt at a reach out there by the second baseman, Hampton, but she's not able to make the play, but she's able to fire over to first, and Hammond able to make the catch for out number 2. So you get the second out, but now you got runners both in scoring position.
Yeah, and it looked like she wasn't really taking a look at second to go for the force out. Wanted to get the steady out.
This is the number 8 hitter in the order, Sierra Hill. The left fielder steps in, a right-handed batter, and a big spot for her as well. Because if she is able to get a hit here, she could score 2 and break this one open to a 4-0 ball game. There's a big cut. She was looking at one, but swings right through it 1-1.
Looking for that, looking for the big hit, looking for the RBI, while Ausenhaus is not looking to give up any of this.
Back into the box. Hill, a sophomore, a big spot. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As she swings through the second pitch as well. She does have some RBIs this year. 34 of them. She leads the team with RBIs. This is the person you want up, and instead she swings through another pitch, strike 3, and she goes down. 2 left on for the Warriors. They don't extend the lead. Central Springs will come back up in the bottom half of the 6th. It's 2-0 Alta-Aurelia on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you, and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
Welcome back to the Iowa Central Community College Diamond on the campus of Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company and presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Here for the Iowa High School Girls State Softball Championships. It's the first round of play of the quarterfinals in Class 2A, the final one, and we are going to find out who is going to play the number 2 seed East Marshall on Wednesday in the semifinal matchup. And the winner of this game will advance to do so. This one swung on, popped up. The first batter in the 6th inning for Central Springs flies out to the shortstop for Alta-Aurelia. That's Shea Peterson, the 8th grader. So now 5 outs remaining in this ball game for Central Springs. They're going to get last ups here in the 6th. They're going to get last ups in the ball game because they are the number ones, or the higher seed, the number 3 seed. So they will get last ups, but they probably want to score one here in the 6th.
Yep, and the one hit, one out, or one swing, one out isn't really what they need here either.
This will bring up
patient.
Yeah, absolutely. This will bring up Madison Kelly, the catcher, number 12, batter number 7 in the order. With an 0-1 count. This one swung on and popped up again. It's in play, and it will not. The play will not be made behind the plate, and we'll have an 0-2 count here for Kelly. Yeah, for Central Springs, they're going to get last ups, but you want to try to maybe get at least one to make it maybe a 2-1 ball game. But then you got to come up and you got to fire in the top half of the 7th. You can't let Alta-Aurelia, find 1 or 2 runs to extend their lead.
Yep.
But if Central Springs can get 2, they're going to take 2.
Take 2. It'll be 3 to win.
This one swung on in the air. Could be trouble left side. And ranging over and making the catch in left field is Sierra Hill, who's been pretty sure-handed in this ball game. She makes the catch for out number 2.
You could say that for all 3 of the Warriors outfielders out there. They've really been able to locate the ball and come down with it. No errors so far out in the outfield.
Back into the batter's box is number 13, Emmy Dietrich. No, excuse me. Check that. It's Hannah Austinhus who will step back into the batter's box. I looked on the wrong side for a moment. It is the number 3 hitter in the order, Austinhus, after Hammond flies out. Here's the windup and the pitch, and this one will be low down in the dirt. Now 1-1 the count. Bottom half of the 6th inning here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. The Iowa Central Community College Diamond. Austinhus, the senior pitcher, trying to help herself out as that one will miss high for a ball. Now 2-0. We have not seen any home runs in this ball game. Actually, all day we have not seen any home runs, and the wind has probably some part in that, but we've been on this field all day long between me and you, and not a single home run has been hit.
We had one off the fence earlier.
Yes. That one's in there for a called strike. Now 2-2. Yeah, we had one off the fence. There was another one in a game I was doing, the last game I was doing, that hit off the fence as well for a Kruger Seeds extra base hit. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Kramer gets set. Here's the pitch. Oof. Tried to go upstairs with that one. I don't think that was intentional to go upstairs. She lost control of it, but Austinhus nearly went after it.
Rose up on her a little bit, and you did notice she has seen a lot of pitches. Just being a pitcher, that sometimes can make it easier or make it more complicated if she's overthinking what pitch is going to be coming.
This one swung on. It was a fastball down the middle, and Austinhus fouls that one off halfway to Webster City, and she'll get another opportunity at it. 3-2 the count. Kramer steps back into the circle. She gets set. And another one fouled back to the backstop. And again, we'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We've had good softball here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. It's been a lot of fun so far. We had extra innings and a walk-off in our last game. That was fun. Now a close 2-0 ball game, and this one was low ball 4, and Austin Hoos will find her way on to first base.
Not the worst scenario there, giving her a walk. It's better than giving Austin Hoos a chance to send that one far into the outfield.
And this will bring up the number 4 hitter as we have a substitution. Substitutions in this ball game are brought to you by IMT. You can be worry-free by going to imt.ins.com. Learn how to be worry-free by going to imt.ins.com. A substitution, as this will be number 5, Carly Ryan, who will go over to first base, and it will be a courtesy runner for the pitcher. This one is swung on into right field, and ranging over to make the catch is the right fielder, Jessica Larsen, for out number 3. Again, out of trouble are the Warriors. We head to the 7th. Austin Hoos will try to preserve the 2-0 deficit here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball, plus special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Welcome back to Iowa Central Community College Diamond at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. It's the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company, and it's number 18, Elena Westpalm, and that'll be a foul ball. It was called foul here. The umpire does make the oh, no. It is going to be a play over at first base. I thought he put his hands up. No, he didn't. Okay, so it is going to be a 2-3 put up and out at first base. I thought it was
a lot.
Yeah, I thought so. Here's the pitch. This one is a swing and a miss.
A lot happening there, too, right on the front of the plate. That's where those plays get all muddled up there. It's a nice play regardless to get the force out at first.
So back into the box now is the number 1 hitter, Jessica Flirty. This one swung on and driven to right field, and the play will be caught out in right field by the Aurora Stapleton for Central Springs, and she makes the catch for out number 2. So this is what Central Springs wanted. They wanted quick outs because they have to come back in the bottom half of inning number 7, and they're going to have to score at least 2. They didn't want to have to score more.
2 quick outs should put an end to the rally.
Here's a swing and a miss, strike 1.
The off-speed pitch.
To the number 2 hitter in the order, Brittany Turnquist, the center fielder for Alta-Aurelia. And she attempted at a bunt there. She offered at it, and that will be strike 2. Austin Hoos has come out with some fire here in inning number 7. She's got the first 2 outs, looking maybe for a strikeout to end the half inning. Ooh, she was looking for the put-out pitch right there on the outside corner. Instead, it is Turnquist who doesn't go after it. She holds up, and she'll get another opportunity from the right hand of the box. 1-2 now the count. And that one going upstairs for Austin Hoos. Doesn't get Turnquist to offer at it. So she's tried outside. She's tried upstairs. We'll see what she tries now. She's got an arsenal. She's got a very large arsenal. And that one will be foul tipped back to the backstop. And another one, kind of a head scratcher there coming right at you. That time I will admit that I did not flinch. Almost every single other ones I have, but that one I did not. We'll stay at 2-2. Austin, the pitch. And that one again will miss outside the changeup. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. For the number 2 hitter in the order, Brittany Turnquist. Swing on, this one lifted left side, and it will go foul. Out of play into the hordes of people between the 2 diamonds, the Iowa Central Diamond and the Kruger Seeds Diamond. As Turnquist will grab her bat back, and she will get another opportunity here with a 3-2 count. In there, called strike 3. That's what Austin Hoos wanted. The senior may have just pitched for the last time in the circle, and it will go down as a strikeout. Now her team is going to come back up and is going to hit. They need to score 2 to tie, 3 to win here on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Bottom of the 7th we go at the Iowa Central Community College Diamond on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Central Springs needs 2. And the first pitch is flung on into center field, and the catch is made for out number 1. Turnquist coming in and making the play.
Yep, and another nice grab from Turnquist out there in center. Remember, she caught that line drive, had to take a step to her right, caught that line drive a couple earlier innings on. Comes in to make the opposite, the bucket catch, drops it right in.
The number 6 hitter in the order now, number 26, Abigail Angel, the designated player. Only 2 outs remaining in this ball game as Central Springs can't score 2 runs. They're going to try to get it started here with 2 outs, or excuse me, with 1 out. 5 hitter was the first one up. 6 and 7 are also due up. And that one swung on and missed. So now the DP at the 6th spot, she goes 0-2 after your first hitter flew out to center field. She's got to protect the plate now with 2 strikes. Anything close has got to be either a foul ball or she's got to put it in play. And that one not close, as that one will miss up and out of play. But we've talked about it all game long, the way that Kramer has pitched so far in this ball game. It's unbelievable, only allowing 1 hit to a team that scores a lot of runs.
Yep, and when she gets up in the count with 2 strikes, she's done a great job of closing it out.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Alta-Aurelia, 1 out away from being the first upset of the week here at the Iowa Girls State Softball Championships. All of the higher seeds have won so far, but Alta-Aurelia 1 out away from being their first upset, as this will be Madison Kelly, the catcher, who will step in the last hope for Central Springs. This one swung on in the air, and it is caught by the shortstop, and the play is made by Shea Peterson, the 8th grader, for out number 3, and Alta-Aurelia has advanced for the first time in school history to this Class 2A state semifinals. They will play on Wednesday. We'll take a break. We'll come right back here on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. We might not always know what the day will
Welcome back
bring,
to the Iowa Central
but
Community
some things
College
are certain.
Diamond.
The sun
Harlan
will
Rogers
rise,
Sports
and your
Complex
lights
is the
will go on.
IGHSAU Digital
That's
Network,
because at
powered by
MidAmerican
MidAmerican Energy.
we're
Today's final
obsessively,
score
relentlessly
is
committed to
2-0
providing
Alta-Aurelia,
energy
the
when
first
and where you
upset
need it,
of
to
the
connecting
week
with
here at the
you
Iowa
and
Girls
keeping
State
our communities
Softball
safe and
Championships.
strong.
And
Because
for the
the
first
most
time in school
important thing we
history,
put our
the
energy
Warriors are
into
heading
is you.
to the
We're
semifinal
obsessively,
matchup,
relentlessly
and they will get the
at your
number 2
service.
seed East Marshall in that semifinal matchup. And Joe, it was a good game, but Kramer dominant in the circle for Alta-Aurelia. I mean, there's no other storylines in this one.
Nope, and you see that's our second one-hitter. We've called 2 one-hitters so far today, and we had another dominating performance. It was just when Kramer got those 2 strikes. She got in the count. She had not given any hits. She didn't even allow the batters to foul it off. He got a batter or 2, and got that 3rd strike, struck him out. Ended about 4 innings just like that.
Well, the Class 2A semifinals are now set at 3 p.m. on the Cougar Seeds Diamond. On Wednesday, it will be number 1 North Lynn versus number 4 Mount Arrow. And it will be number 2 for the Cougar Seeds Diamond at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Number 2 East Marshall versus number 6 Alta-Aurelia. Number 3 Central Springs will take on number 7 Ogden in the consolation matchup, where Wapello, number 8 seed, will also take on Beckman Catholic in the consolation of Class 2A. We move on to Class 3A. Thanks for joining us here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. We're going to take some breaks. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the network with the first games in Class 3A here on the Iowa Central Community College. Thanks for joining us. For Joe Danielson, I'm Zara Agastal on the IGHSAU Digital Network from Harlan Rogers Sports Complex.